Good job. אני לא חושב, לא הערב.
שום דבר מן
הרגיל, אני חושב שלא.
עוד כמה דקות? יש לך?
אני רק לפתוח את זה. אוי, אוקיי.
אני רק רציתי.
משקפיים.
וואו, יש יותר מדי חומר כאן. אז אני בטוח שזאת לא חשוב.
אוקיי.
לא חשוב.
לא חשוב, אוקיי.
כן, אני צריך למסוק את קצת כוח ואנרגיה. וגם את רוח וכל זה. אוקיי, אז אתה מוכן? Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's Erev of Ezra's Bar Mitzvah, also known as Erev Shabbat. So if you're here for Ezra, Mazel Tov and welcome. If you're here for Shabbat, Mazel Tov and welcome. We're going to now welcome as well the Malachei Hasharet, the Shabbat presences, the angels of Shabbat, page 5. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruchuni LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tzedchem LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
You know, periodically, the cantor likes to invite everyone to sing and join him. But actually, it's an instruction from the Psalms itself. As we turn to page 11, and Lechu Neranena, the very first two words of that are, come, let us go, let us sing out to God. So if you know the words, great. If you want to hum along, that's wonderful. If the Hebrew's a stumbling block, the great thing about the Kabbalah, the Friday night service, is everything is transliterated on the bottom left of the page. So please join in a way that feels appropriate for you.
Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai. Naria, naria לצור אישנו, נקדמה פניו ותודה. נריע, נריע לצור אישנו, בזמירו נריע לו. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו, 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 לכו נרננה. לכו, 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 לכו נרננה. כי אל גדול אדוני, ומלך גדול על כל אלוהים, אשר בידו מחקרי הארץ ותועפות ההרים לו. לכו, 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 לכו נרננה. או לכו, 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 לכו נרננה. אשר לא היה והוא עשהו, ויבש ידיו יצרו. בואו נשתחווה ונכרע, נברכה לפני אדוני עושנו. לכו, 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 לכו נרננה. לכו, לכו, לכו נרננה. כי הוא אלוהינו, ואנחנו אמר איתו, וצאן ידו היומים בקולו תשמעו. לכו, 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 לכו נרננה. לכו, 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 לכו נרננה. אל תקשו לבבכם כי מריבה, כיום מסע במדבר, אשר ניסוני אבותיכם, בחנוני גם ראו
פועלי, לכו לכו לכו, לכו נרננה, לכו לכו לכו, לכו נרננה. הרבים שנקו בדור, ואמרם תועל לבבהם, והם לא ידעו דרכי, אשר נשבעתי באפי, מבון אל מנוחתי.
Beautiful. Let's turn now to page 21, Mizmor David, and particularly this week, this is the way that we find God in nature and in the power of nature. And I know many of us are thinking about Los Angeles at this time, and I'll share some comments about that a little bit later. But sometimes the power of God is overwhelming, and sometimes it's as gentle as a summer breeze. And through it all, the way the psalmist approaches God is just an affirmation of life, the way we find it, the good, the bad. In fact, Isaiah says we bless it all, and we try to find our own way to just sanctify Shabbat, this day, and life and nature as well. Page 21.
Repeat. וישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון וירקידם כמו עגל לבנון וסיריון כמו בן רמי כל אדוני חוזם לעבוד אש כל אדוני יכיל מדבר יכיל אדוני מדבר קדש כל אדוני יכול ליילות ואחסוך יערות ובחלום לא אומר כבוד אדוני עלה מבול ישב ישב אדוני מלך לעולם אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום איי 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 איי
Hava Nagila mode, right?
It's the joyous mode.
Exactly. Freilich. Is that Hava Nagila or Freilich?
Freilich is Yiddish for joyous.
Yeah, exactly.
Freigish is
Freigish.
musical mode.
Yeah. That's how you know I am not a musician. Thank you, Cantor, for that.
But I'm the Moroccan Yiddishist.
That's right, exactly. We're going to turn to page 23 and 25 for Lecha Dodi. And I was just thinking, particularly, we got a beautiful day for a change. It's been raining so much. And it's always interesting, just I think, how geography influences religious belief. Because there's a section of this where it talks about going out to greet Shabbat, because the Kabbalists in Sfat would walk out into the fields, and Sfat's high up, and they'd face west to watch the setting sun, where it would enter. And, I don't think they would have created that custom if it was raining most Friday nights of the year, like here. And, so there's a little bit lighthearted comment on there, but just the way that tradition and peoples interact with the environment, right? I mean, food, all sorts of cycles, music, right? It all sort of comes together in certain ways. So we will continue with the first two stanzas on page 23, and then advance to 25 for the final two stanzas, and I'll indicate when we should rise for the last verse.
B'nei Shabbat nekavela, lecha dodi likra kala. B'nei Shabbat nekavela, shamor v'zachor b'diburecha yishmi'anu el ha'miyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet ve'litila lecha dodi Kala, B'nei Shabbat nekavela, lecha dodi likra kala, B'nei Shabbat nekavela, likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקרא קלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקרא קלה בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקרא קלה בני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה, ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תריצי, על ידיש פן פרצי, ונשמחה ונגילה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה, בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמוני ים סגולה, בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
Please be seated. We're going to pause our service as we turn to page 26 and offer the traditional greeting of condolence to families who had a loss. And so I want to call to mind the precious memories of Lynn Betsina, Dennis Lowenthal, and Ella Stern, who we mark this week, and offer them the words of comfort. Hamakom yinechem etchem betok sha'ar avlei Tzion v'Yerushalayim May God, the God who's found everywhere in our time of need, bring comfort to all those who mourn, and particularly the families of Lynn, Dennis, and Ella, as we also recall during this 5-week period the passings of Elaine Cogan and Emily Kipnis as well. With that, we're going to continue now on page 27.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, טוב להודות לאדוני, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, טוב להודות לאדוני. עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור, כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך רנן, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, טוב להודות לאדוני, טוב להודות לאדוני. אדוני ואתה בידי משורי וקמים עלי מרעים תשמענה אוזני. Middle of page 28. צדיק אתה אמר יפרח כרז בלבנון, יזכה שתולים בבית אדוני בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עוד ינובון בסבע דשנים ורעננים יהיו להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עוולתה ועוד מלאך ולבש. עדותיך נמנו מאוד לביתך נא בקודש אדוני לאורך ימים.
Thank you, Cantor. This evening, I thought it would be appropriate to discuss embracing uncertainty and mixed blessings. The first time I saw Los Angeles on fire was during the riots that followed the police beating of Rodney King. I was living in Taos, New Mexico, and back then, TV screens were much smaller. The images seemed distant and lacking a little bit of reality on one of those little 12-inch screens. The second time, Laura and I were living in Woodland Hills in the San Fernando Valley during rabbinical school. And at that point, the fires were 3 miles away, and the hills near our home looked like a war zone. We packed up the car and evacuated with little tiny baby Shia, unsure if or when we'd be able to return. At that time, we experienced a very different sense of unreality. And now, all of us have been transfixed. Most people now have flat-screen TVs, which only brings home the enormity, reality, and horror of the flames. And if you're like me, you probably can't recall an urban fire of this magnitude in modern history. There was the Great Chicago Fire of 1871, or the San Francisco Fire of 1906. This time, my Los Angeles friends are in harm's way. Some of them can't even get information if their homes are still there, and there's something deeply humbling about these fires and the profound sense of uncertainty that they create. The destruction is terrifying. A home is our place of safety, and it seems so solid, so permanent. Yet these fires remind us that any of us could be displaced in a moment by forces so much larger than ourselves. Yet fires also, paradoxically, have an important role in nature, right? They clear away old growth to make space for renewal. And it's not just forests that undergo this renewal. On the first half of my sabbatical now, a few years back, I met the Purple Espresso Lady of Blue River, a small town off Oregon Route 126. And during the Holiday Farm Fire of 2020, which claimed 170,000 acres, Blue River and other surrounding towns suffered catastrophic loss. Half of their homes were burned, and being there, all I could see was the leftover, the remainder, the visual remainder of devastation and loss. But as the lady in the little lavender espresso booth handed me my morning coffee, she said, "Maybe all of this was a blessing in disguise." "What do you mean?" I queried. "Well, so many of these homes were in disrepair. People didn't have the money to keep their houses maintained. Now it's all new construction." I struggled with her words, which seemed to ignore the displacement of so many people, but she, after all, was part of that community, and I was not, and her emotions and experiences were at least as valid as my sense of upset. In moments like now, we grapple with the mixed nature of blessings and curses. We yearn to know what the future will hold. Will the fires subside and be contained soon? Will our communities rebuild stronger? But the truth is, we cannot know. And this tension between wanting clarity and embracing the unknown is central to this week's Torah portion of Vayechi. I want to speak about the unspoken revelation, because in Parshat Vayechi, Jacob gathers his sons at his deathbed and begins with an intriguing statement in which he says, "Gather round and I will tell you what will happen at the end of days." It's Genesis 49:1. I'll tell you what will happen at the end of days. Yet he never delivers on that promise, even though he goes on at length. And instead, he offers blessings that are not the normal notion of blessing we have. They're a mix of prophecy, rebuke, and a little bit of praise scattered to his sons. Rashi and the Yafet Toar explain that the divine presence left Jacob's mind just as he was about to reveal to them the ultimate destiny of the Jewish people. Can you imagine that, right at that moment, and then silence? So why would God withhold this revelation, and what lessons can we draw from this midrashic moment? The Yafet Toar suggests a practical reason. Revealing the far-off arrival of the Messianic era might have disheartened the brothers, leading them to despair or even into assimilation. It'll come in a few thousand words, just muddle through until then. But perhaps there's a deeper lesson here. If we were to know exactly how history will unfold, the question posed by the Talmud becomes relevant. Why bother working at all? Without the challenge of uncertainty, human effort, responsibility, and merit would be diminished. So uncertainty is necessary. God's choice to prevent Jacob from revealing the future reflects a profound truth about faith and human endeavor. Living in uncertainty compels us to act, to strive, and to hope. If the brothers had known that the Messianic era was millennia away, their motivation to maintain faith and identity might have faltered. The hidden nature of the future ensures that we live with purpose and take responsibility for shaping our destiny. Consider the patriarchs themselves. According to Midrash Bereshit Rabbah, Abraham asked to experience the frailty of aging, Isaac for suffering, and Jacob for illness. And these requests, I gotta tell you, seem a little counterintuitive. It's not what most of us would wish for. Yet they reflect a deep understanding of human growth. Aging allows us to distinguish between generations and give honor where it's due. Suffering, Isaac reason tempers the soul and balances divine justice. Illness, Jacob recognized, grants us time to prepare, to reconcile with family members, and to leave a legacy. Despite the Midrash's claim, virtually no one seeks out illness, suffering, or frailty, or the destruction brought by wildfire. Yet, even without requesting it, we'll all be tested by crisis. In our own lives, uncertainty, whether about personal challenges or global crises, pushes us to act. Instead of paralyzing us, it should inspire us to live with intention and contribute to a better future, even when the outcome remains hidden, which leads us to the complexity of blessings and curses. The Midrash, as well as the Purple Espresso Lady, highlight that complexity of blessings and curses. The good things in our lives usually have associated costs, while in hindsight, our most challenging moments normally contain opportunities hidden in the moment. The deathbed scene in this week's Parsha is a potent example of this. For Jacob's blessings to his sons are far from uniformly positive. Shimon and Levi are chastised for their wrath, while Judah is praised but reminded of all his earlier screw-ups. Even Joseph, whose blessings are more abundant, carries the weight of maintaining family unity in exile. So Rashi, noting this, points out that Jacob's rebuke of Shimon and Levi targeted their anger and not their essence, and the distinction reveals profound parental love. Jacob criticized their behavior, not their worth. Similarly, Judah feared that Jacob would condemn him for the incident with Tamar, but instead Jacob reassured him with words of praise and recognition. Blessings and curses, light and darkness exist in dynamic tension. Without challenges, we cannot appreciate triumphs, and without accountability, we cannot grow. The Torah's portrayal of Jacob's blessings reminds us that true blessings often carry responsibilities and opportunities for growth. Blessings often arrive wrapped in pain. Living between that's our job. So Parshat Vayechi leaves us with a profound challenge to live with hope and purpose in the face of uncertainty. Jacob's withheld revelation reminds us that the future is shaped by our actions, and it's not predetermined. His mixed blessings teach us that growth often comes through struggle and adversity. As we reflect and grieve on the fires in Los Angeles, let us remember that out of destruction comes renewal, and out of uncertainty can come hope. Here's the rub, though. Destruction, uncertainty, and pain come to us often unbidden, and in their wake, we're left with a vacuum, a blank page, a bare canvas. How we build back afterwards, that's up to us. Creating blessings from the ruins is our responsibility. Ultimate redemption, the messianic, may only be possible by God's hidden hand, yet it is exactly at our most trying moments that each of us is given the capacity to nurture the smaller forms of redemption which are in our power. May we have the courage and hope to do so. May we extend some of that capacity to friends and loved ones in LA and into those around us as well. Shabbat Shalom. I'll invite you to rise for the call to worship, the Baruch Hu, on page 39.
Baruch et Adonai mevorach.
Baruch mevorach le'olam va'ed.
Adonai mevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch et Adonai melech haolam. ומעביר יום מביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המרי והרבים.
Continue on page 40, Ahavat Olam, eternal love, which is expressed in challenge, expressed through rules, constraints, boundaries.
Ahavat Olam Beit. Oh, there's a lot of new people here to this congregation. Hello. A word about this piece that's introduced. You won't hear it elsewhere. I grew up in Montreal, and at the Spanish-Portuguese synagogue, which was a mix of Sephardic and Ashkenazi, and there was an Ashkenazi cantor about 100 years ago or so who wrote this choral response to a cantorial recitative. Torah, 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 u'mitzvot, chukim, chukim, u'mishpatim. That's this little section, which I grew up in the choir, and I grew up singing this. And I turned it into a fuller melody, and this is it. So please sing with me when you catch on. Ahavat olam bet Yisrael amecha ahavta. Ahavat olam bet Yisrael amecha ahavta. Torah, Torah, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim, chukim, u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Torah, Torah, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim, chukim, u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shorveinu v'kumeinu nasiach bechukecha, nasiach bechukecha. Torah, Torah, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim, chukim, u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. V'nismach medivre toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Ki em chayenu ve'orech yameinu v'hem negei yomam v'layla. באהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. תורה, תורה, תורה ומצוות, חוקים, חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת. תורה, תורה, תורה ומצוות, חוקים, חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. ואהבת ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי. ברוך אתה טעם, זוזו בתיך ושעריך, וים שמוע תשמע, אשר אנוכי מצווה אתך יום להבה. ושמתם את דברי אלי על לבבכם. ויאמר אדוני השם אמר דבר בני ישראל מה אתה ציצית נתנו ציצית ולך מציצית תורו חלילה שאתם זזויים תזכרו בזה אדוני אלוהיכם
Finish, turn to page 44 as the cantor will continue.
ומלכותו בן הצאן קיבלו עליהם משה מרים ובני ישראל לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף אל מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה זה לי אנו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ואל ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב גלו מיד חזק עמנו ברוך אתה אדוני קהל ישראל.
You know, one of the Jewish clarion calls is L'dor v'dor, from generation to generation. And musically speaking, long before you could stream anything you wanted, any Jewish service would be like traveling through time. And Cantor, have you ever figured out or thought about, I have never asked you this in public, how the age span of the music, say, on Kabbalat Shabbat? Because Cantor, in a moment, is going to be doing a 1980s new wave song by Tears for Fears, applied to Hashkivenu. This Yigdal has to be one of the older ones on here, right?
Depending on what I choose at the end.
Oh, okay,
yes.
yeah, okay. Well, pick an old one then.
Yeah.
But I mean, so how long do you how much history do you think we have here?
Not much. We think a lot of.
Thanks for supporting me. I feel really buttressed here. That's great.
Which is why on the high holidays we call these melodies Misinai, because they tend to be from 15th century or so, or 16th century from the Rhine, and that's old. But a lot of them.
I mean, how old is Aleinu?
Also, like would be the Aleinu from my holidays is older,
okay.
And that's like anywhere between 1500s and 1600s, Middle Germany. But beyond that, we don't have. The Sephardic tradition has some older ones, but most of what we sing is from the mid 1800s and through the 20th century. And that's about it. So a lot of the melodies that we're singing right now, yeah, that's a
very Jewish answer. Only a few hundred years old. I hope you got that. Yeah, thanks, Cantor.
But
1980s now with Tears for Fears and Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu לשלום, לשלום, ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים, לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, 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 ותקננו בעצה טובה מלפניך, מלפניך, והושיענו למען שמך, והגן פדינו, ויסר מעלינו אויב דבר וחרב, ורב יגון השכיבנו לשלום, שלום. והסר שטן מלפנינו, לפנינו, לפנינו, מאחרינו, אחרינו, 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 ובצל כנפיך תסתירנו, 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 כי אל שומרנו, 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 מצילנו אתה, כי אל מלך חנון ורחום אתה, השכיבנו, השכיבנו לשלום, שלום. ושמור צאתנו בואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו וכל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Rise, Vishamru, page 46. What's the oldest Vishamru you know off the top of your head?
I don't know, an old, I don't think so. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ביני ובין בני ישראל לא תהיה לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבה בי נפש, יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועל מה דיברה כרותה וימליך מלכותה, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא ותדר ותעלה ותהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא וימהרו אמן.
We'll continue with Chatzi Kaddish on 46 and then proceed into our own private Amidah. You can follow the prayer book, page 47 to 52, with words that are well over 1,000 years old, or as your heart dictates to you. Chatzi Kaddish now, 46.
47.
finish your Amidah, please join with the cantor, bottom of page 53 for Magen Avot.
מגן אבו מנברו מחיי מתים במאמרו אל הקדוש אין כמוהו לילה 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 המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו טבעם רצה להניח להם לפניו נעבוד בירם ופחד ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד לילה 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 מעונה ברכות אל ההודעות אדון השלום מקדש השבת וברך שביעי ומניח בקדושה לעמד ושני עונג זכר למעשה וראשית לילה 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 לילה
Kaddish Shalem, page 54.
יגדל וקדש שמר רבה ועל מה דיברה כאילו תמליך מלכותה בחיי חון ובמכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה וזן קריב מרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח יתפאר ויתרומם מנעשה ותדן ויתעלה ויתעלל שמי קדושה בריחו לילה מן כל בריחתה ושירתה תושפיכתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ומרו אמן תתקבל שפת ההון ובאתון כל ישראל קודם אבהון דבשמיה אמרו אמן יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו וכל ישראל אמרו אמן עושה שלום עם רומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן עושה שלום עם רומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה 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 עושה שלום עם רומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן יאללה לה 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 לה
Zabel will rise to Kiddush, page 55. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'atzavanu V'Shabbat kodsho b'ahava uratzon inchilanu zikaron lemahaseh bereshit ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim ki banu bacharta Yotanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch ata Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Now 500 years back for Elenu. Page 50.
Let's invite the Zeitzer brothers.
Yep.
Are they here?
I can see the Zeitzer.
We've got Noah, Ari, and Ezra. "56. My secret, guys, is right to left."
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol latet gila l'yotzer breshit shelo asan guyeh haratzot velo samanu k'mishpot adama shelo sam kolkenu kahen v'gor aleinu kechol amonam v'anachnu korim mishtachavim Lifnei melech malchei hamachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayim ve'yosef haaretz u'Moshe vikaro b'shamayim ima'al u'shklina tuzo v'gavei meromim u'Eloheinu einot emet malkeinu efes ulato kakatu v'torato ve'adatayom v'hashevota elevavecha ki Adonai hu Elohim b'shamayim ima'al ve'al haaretz mitachat enod. Kakatu v'toratecha Adonai imoch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai le'melech al kol ha'aretz v'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
So Ezra, you're the cleanup batter for the Zeitzer bar mitzvah baseball team, huh? On the back of the sheet, you'll find a list of the yard sites. If you're watching and davening at home, click the link on that landing page, and you'll be able to pull that up as well. I want to offer a Pueblo blessing before we get to the Kaddish. Hold on to what is good, even if it's a handful of earth. Hold on to what you believe, even if it is a tree that stands by itself. Hold on to what you must do, even if it is a long way from here. Hold on to life, even if it seems easier to let go. Hold on to my hand, even if I have gone away from you. And if you are observing a yard site and holding the hand of someone who is no longer here, I invite you to rise at this time And if you're comfortable, please share who you're reciting yard site for. Thank you. Thank you. And to all those who've lost their lives in the recent fires as well, we'll continue with the Kaddish Chateau Mourner's Cottage on page 58. Yit Gadal v'yit Gadash Shemer Rabba v'yalmad yivrakute v'yamlich machute v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael ba'agala v'zman kariv v'yimru Amen. Yehei Shmer Rabba mivrach leolam ulamei amaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha b'richu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiram b'alma v'yimru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. Oseh shalom b'ramav Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol Yosvei tevel v'imru Amen. May the one who makes peace in the high places bring peace and comfort to all who are in a period of mourning as you recall and remember your loved ones. So many things are happening, so I want to share a few announcements apart from, we all know what's happening tomorrow, so again, Mazel Tov to the Zeitzer family and B'Shat Tovah to you as. We've just started. It's our Redux. We had done this a number of years ago, and we are starting again a food pantry where you can donate durable, shelf-stable items, and also you can get items, and the pantry's open Sundays from 11 to 12, Wednesdays 5:30 to 7, Thursday 8:30 to 10, and you'll see some bins in the admin wing and right out here as well, brown Rubbermaid sort of bins where you can drop off spaghetti and other canned durable goods. No meat, please. Trying to keep the items kosher as well. Learning opportunities, all sorts of things happening. Canner, you're kicking it off. Rabbi Posen, and you are starting the next round. Separately, right, but starting the next round of the Did You Know series.
Did you know, right?
No,
so in case some people didn't hear
There's this long monologue where Woody Allen, right, is thinking that everyone is anti-Semitic because they say, did you know, but he's saying, did you? Yeah, exactly. But playing off of that, and you'll be teaching liturgy, which I think is great. We've got this beautiful prayer book, but sometimes it's hard to connect to because we don't understand its history, the meaning, the structure, and it's beautiful. Brian Rohr, who was our communications coordinator for 8 years, is now working on really just as creative, full-on pure creative activities, one of which is teaching this class also on Monday nights, Midrash, Poetry, and the Creative Process. So that's happening. Wandering Jews is going to be offering How to Craft Your Ethical Will. That starts Wednesday, January 15th. The tie-in is this week's Parsha, Vayechi, and Jacob is the source for the Jewish tradition of an ethical will. Leaving your stuff to people, your money, that's one thing, but leaving your values, your hopes, your aspirations comes out of this Parsha, and that'll be really a lovely sort of workshop as well. Israel 360 on Wednesday, January 26th, is going to be zooming in a really great doctor, Moritz Be'eri. She's the Director General of the Allen Hospital Pediatric Rehab Center. So if you're in the medical field or know people who are, please invite them to come, because one of the things Israel's brilliant at is coming up with lower cost technology to achieve the same results. So these are amazing prosthetics that become affordable for anyone. The hospital serves anyone, and its staff is a United Nations of Israel as well. Lots of other things are happening, but those are just a handful of things. And If you want to do something on Sunday, January 19th, I've had the honor, I will be the keynote speaker for the Vancouver Avenue First Baptist Church on MLK Day. So I'll be speaking there at 2 p.m. as well. So lots of things happening. Check the website for other ongoing activities. We're going to now we're going to find out have you decided which Yigdal you'd like to?
Which one? I have no idea what era it's from. Let's say it's from the 7th century.
Liar.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, yeah. You see that?
I am not a liar. I am writing fiction.
You're a guitar,
with
not a liarist. Yeah.
Wendy Liebman, this comedian, said, I'm a writer. I write mostly checks, fiction. This is back when checks used to exist. Yigdal, page 62. יגדל לאלוהים חי וישתבח, נמצא ונט אל מציאותו, אחד בן יחיד כייחודו, נעלם וגם אין סוף לאחדותו, אל אחדותו אין לו דמות הגוף ואינו גוף, לא נער אוכל לאו קדושתו, קדמון לכל דבר אשר נברא, ראשון בין ראשית לראשיתו, לראשיתו הינו אדון עולם וכל נוצר, יורא גדולתו ומלכותו, שפע נבואתו נתנו אל אנשי סגולתו ותפארתו, לא קם בישראל כמשה עוד, נביא ומביט את אמונתו, תורת אמת נתן לעמו אל, על יד נביאו נאמן ביתו, לא יכל יפעל ולא ימיר, דתו לעולמים לזולתו, צופה ויודע צאתרנו, מביט לסוף דבר בקדמתו, גומל לאיש חסד כמפעלו, נותן לרשע רע כרישתו, ישלח לקץ ימים משיחנו, לבדוד מחכה קץ ישועתו, מתים יחייל ברוב חסדו, ברוך עדי עד שם תהילתו, מתים יחייל ברוב חסדו, ברוך עדי עד שם תהילתו.
Beautiful. Cantor will do some hand washing and break bread with us over the motzi and the challah here. Amen. Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat. Shabbat, Shabbat, shalom, Shabbat, 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 shalom, Shabbat, shalom, hey, Shabbat, shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 shalom. It would be a shame if you didn't take a part of this beautifully sliced challah. Thank you, Cantor, for lending us your voice and your bread slicing abilities.
Services tomorrow morning, 9:30 in the main sanctuary. Shabbat shalom. Shkoach.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So you exhausted?
Exhausted? Yeah, it's probably not.
Okie dokie.
Yeah?
As I choke on this.
Eh?
As I choke on this.
Yeah, don't choke. Don't choke.
How's life treating you? How's life treating you?
Overall, good. We had a nice retreat in Palm Springs, cantorial retreat, and with sessions and relaxation. A nice mix. Family came. And somewhere along the line, I pitched my back. And so I can't lift things easily. It's kind of hard. I had a 1.5 day, well, half day in the afternoon, the next morning, so 24 hours worth. A lot of hard time walking. But, sorry?
Is it calming down?
I think, yes, it is. It's, but it's not gone yet. So I get little pinches here and there in the service and now. But it'll pass. And it didn't ruin my vacation. It wasn't vacation, but my time away and the time with the family. We were walking. The last day there was nothing. The session was over. We left. The session ended on Wednesday, so we left on Thursday. And I wanted to be on my shoulders. Like I can't do that. You know.
They get too big anyhow.
Sorry.
They get too big anyhow.
Yeah, they do. That's your sailed a while ago.
For a while, when they grow up, you get stronger, and then they hit a point.
And that's it. That's just not happening. Yeah.
Now my son weighs 160.
Oh yeah, that definitely. So that's all.
So did you finish that in one sitting?
Finish what? I haven't eaten it yet. I wanted to enjoy it, and you gave it to me on a Friday. I left Sunday morning, and I decided not to have it. And that one, that's time. So we'll see if it makes it through the week. But you're right. Once I start, I don't want the ants to get
It's
it.
just a little.
Just a little. Yes. That's it. And that's the thing.
I'll just have a white.
I told my kids they haven't seen it yet. We just got back yesterday from Palm Springs. That's right. So and I'm sorry, I didn't put it in there.
It's okay, I haven't checked the
Yeah,
mailbox.
I got a good laugh when I saw that. I mean, I saw what you gave me, but when I opened it up, I'm like, gosh, this is one big piece. Holy cannoli. Shabbat shalom. Nice to see you now.
It does say that it's shareable.
Lots of theories out there.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Sorry.
You think that?
Thank you. Usually it comes in three.
You good?
Sorry.
One more.
Usually.
You start late.
No, I think it's just, no, apparently not. I'm fine. All right. Back up. I had a sore back from picking up the kids or something along the, too many lifting things in the last week or so. So my back was one day where I just had a lot of pain walking. I just can't carry things easily. So anyway. Yeah, you said you got stronger.
Yeah, it's like gym. I mean, they'll go, you know what?
Yeah.
Clown over there, and you can actually it's 1,000 pounds.
What's your lunch?
Double lunch. I live in Arizona. I know you live in Arizona. But that's, what I mean by that is, it's
All right, we'll do.
I may
Shabbat
not be there.
Yeah.
I've been there, I've been there.
There might be a little surprise for you if you come.